Here you go. And get some tasty watermelon.
Ben Askren arrives to the UFC, highly anticipated UFC debut. The hype is real. He gets there. Robbie Lawler, tough opponent, catches him in a choke. And the question is, was it early stoppage? Yes. Did that affect the outcome? No. Ben Askren, hype train, is getting a little derailed by the public when it shouldn't be. He deserves the respect. If we would have waited 3 more seconds, Robbie Lawler, 4 or 5 more seconds, was going out, and that's what we want to demonstrate right now. And because of that, we should not be taking anything away from Ben Askren's UFC debut. It was a spectacular performance.
Some controversy, of course, with Ben Askren's debut. It was kind of playing out right in front of you. So just wondering what kind of view you got into that and what you thought of that stoppage.
Bad stoppage. And, we had a debate, me, the referee, and the commission over being choked out. I've been choked out many times before, too. And one of the things that you don't do is jump right up and say, what the fuck did you just do? It never happens that way. That was a bad stoppage. It happens. What are you going to do? It sucks. It was a good fight.
Let's say we've talked to both guys. Robbie said he'd love to run it back. Ben said he passes. He said he didn't want the fight to begin with. He took it, but he doesn't want to do it again. He'd like the Till Masvidal winner, and I think he said he's going to London as well. So
he'd like the what?
He'd like the Till Masvidal winner in London.
We want to do the fight again, so we'll figure it out.
All right, so let's get to the finish because it's obviously a hot topic and it's on your mind.
Absolutely.
You said you've been watching it more and more. As you watch it more and more, what do you see?
I see, I don't know if I haven't holding my phone, obviously, but his hand is all the way up on my head, And the thing that, for me, that's a dead giveaway is when it drops. First of all, it's the free fall speed, and then it just hits the mat and almost bounces off the mat. His hand, And it's that is not a conscious movement. It's not a movement you make when you're conscious. And why I think he came back to life is, I guess there was a lot of shit going on, right? And I was semi-distracted by everything going on. I was trying to, lock in my position. I was kind of trying to pay attention to Herb. I was kind of trying to see what Robbie's arm was doing. I was trying to take in the whole scene, And I loosened up. As Herb comes at me, I loosened up a little bit. As with a blood choke, because that's what this was, all you need is a little bit, and boom, you pop right back. But the bottom line is his hand falls down, hits the mat, and it's dude, that was a limp arm. You were unconscious. Whether you like it or not, whether you remembered it or not, you were unconscious for a slight period of time, and that's all that needs to happen in an MMA fight.
But here's the thing. People need to stop saying that you have to be under the chin to choke a guy unconscious.
No, you can do both.
You can choke a guy unconscious across his face.
For
You
sure.
can go across the face, right like this. If you have a real squeeze, you have a Marcelo Garcia squeeze, you could put a guy to sleep.
Think how strong Ben is, too.
Ben has a real squeeze. Phenomenal squeeze.
So Ben Askren was getting beat. He turned it around, got the choke in. So what's next for Ben Askren? Well, Ben Askren is probably going to fight the winner of Darren Till versus Masvidal, and or he could fight Usman, and Kobe Covington somewhere in that mix too. So who knows what's next for Ben Askren? Only time can tell.